How y'all doing today? Man, y'all ain't feeling me. How y'all doing today? Okay, man, look, we're gonna wake this thing up. Look, man, we're gonna feel high energy. The people we got right here, the best in the state of Alabama at what they do. They come here because they wanna make you better. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off real quickly. My name is Chris Rogers, I'm from Lakeland, Florida. Coming out of high school, I had over 30 offers. Every head coach from UCLA coach to Stanford to Urban Meyer, to at the time, Coach Schuler came to see me at a place called Lakeland, Florida. So Mobile is kind of the same kind of city in itself because you guys can play some football, you can play baseball very well, basketball, but the athletes that are coming out of Mobile area, you know, you guys are talented, but can we change the perception of what the athlete look like? And we can, because number one, I guarantee you, if I go to your classroom right now, I don't care what school you go to, if I ask a girl who don't know you, and I say, what do you think about an athlete? You know, your star football player, basketball, track star. Do he sleep in class? Do he be on Twitter all the time? More or less, like, do he even do his work? So we're gonna keep it real in here today. And you know, you feeling me? You like, man, I don't do no work, big dog. I'm straight D1. Which, it's okay with that, man, but we got to change the perception that it's okay to make a 3.5 and be on a National Honor Society team. It's okay if you play ball, and you know what? My aspiration, I want to go to LSU. I want to go to Alabama or Tennessee. And you know what, man, just for whatever reason, coach them overlooked me, and I'm going to walk on an academic scholarship. So, man, you can't put yourself in this one little box and let somebody define who you're going to be. So, TAP, you know, Together System People, that's what we all about today, man, trying to mold you guys and understand that, like, even if you don't play football at the next level, you know what? These guys gonna need jobs. I do marketing. My job, like I said, I played on the national championship team, played defensive back, ranked by ESPN.com, top 25 cornerback in the nation. And going through that process was very challenging, and it's hard work. But as I graduated, not just one degree, I got my master's, and I maintained a 4.0 while I won a national championship for the University of Alabama. And that's something that may not cover every day, that may not get hit, but I want to kind of confront the whole stereotypes. Is just like, man, tell me this right here. A lot of guys think being a football player at a big university, a basketball player at a big university, that if I go there and I ball out, I ain't got to worry about getting no job. They gonna take care of me. Well, I'm here to tell you that ain't true. What's gonna take care of you, what you learn in these books, man. So, and the people you meet, you know, maintain a relationship. Having these people here, man, like I said, they the best in the state of Alabama. They didn't come here because, you know, I'm doing this TAP program. They come here because they maintain relationship, they understand the person. It ain't about how good you can run and jump. It's about yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I'm pulling my pants up. You know, I'm gonna look in the eye, and if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. I don't care if I got a homework, my girlfriend, whatever going on. If I say I got to be somewhere at 10 o'clock, if I got to run, jump, I'm going to be there. So that's what we want to instill in you guys today. So I want you guys kind of got this notion of 10 years from now. I want you guys to think 10 years, even when you go to the barbershop, you see all your homeboys who talk about, hey, man, I was pretty good back in 98, back in 02, when I beat Williamson or when I beat LaFleur, it was the biggest game. But what are you doing now? You know, are you still living at home with your mama? Because 10 years from now, you don't want to be living at home with your mama. You want to be like, Mom, you coming over to eat dinner with us, me and my family, me and my wife. So that's kind of what TAP's about, just encouraging you guys to raise the standard in the bar of what a athlete look like. And like I said, our whole mission is to prepare athletes to be successful in life outside of sports. So what would you be learning here today? We're going to have different stations set up, and we're going to rotate.
You know, there's a difference in shaking a man's hand and shaking a woman's hand. You want to be confident in both, but obviously you don't want to crush a woman's hand. and let her offer up the handshake. We're teaching young men about a firm handshake, the importance of a firm handshake, the importance of keeping eye contact, and a crisp, clear self-introduction when meeting a person for the first time. So a nice, firm, confident handshake sets the tone for any meeting, any first greeting or anything, okay? I feel like I'm giving back. This is something I've always liked to do because I was in this position at one time trying to figure out how to navigate talking to people, and whether it's a football or business world or interview. So I was once here too, and I didn't have the resources and like these guys have somebody teaching them how to do the right things, how to introduce themselves, and how to properly speak to somebody. So it's a passion that I really have for the young guys.
How do you make the decisions, guys, about how you incorporate like looking good, but also being truthful to yourself about your own personal style? Because I think that might be where some of the challenges. People want to be themselves, but they also...
We're talking about personal appearance, kind of also how to carry yourself in this new age, social media and different things. We're talking about, how you should interview. Not necessarily interviewing, on TV, which a lot of these kids may or may not make it to that level, but interviewing for a job. Like we've been talking to most of the kids, even if you're in sports, that's only a part of your life. You have a whole second life you have to live, and part of that life is most definitely having a good job. You're able to give back something. One thing I've always heard, it doesn't take but a minute to change a life. So you don't know what words you're saying today that might somehow help a young man change his mindset, and that's what we're in the business of. All of us should be changing mindsets.
From a basketball standpoint, you got to live in the gym. At the end of the day, you got to live in the gym. What we're challenging them to do is really take a look under the hood and really investigate, whether or not this program is right for me. So it's a huge emphasis on knowing who you are, knowing what your likes and dislikes are, knowing what your strengths and weaknesses are, and then pairing that up with the actual program that's recruiting you or the programs that you're looking at, and trying to identify, does the culture fit my personality? Do they have the academic program that I'm passionate about? As far as the coach's schemes and his style of play, do they have guys on the roster who look like me, who have my skill sets, who have my measurables, and are they using those guys in a successful way? So we're just trying to, challenge them to really take a look under the hood in making that decision. I'm one of those people that like to reflect, and honestly, if I could have been a part of some of these sessions, I think I probably myself could have made some better decisions. So I love, helping kids, make right decisions and grow as people, and I'm extremely passionate about it. So for me, it doesn't get any better than this.
Your brand is who you are, what you stand for. Do you work hard? Are you committed to excellence?
We're talking about branding. Branding is who you are, it's your character, what people say about you when you're not around. So we're teaching these young men to be able to tell folks who they are in 30 seconds or less. And also to be able to not only tell them who they are, but to show them with their actions. We're talking about giving back, volunteerism. We gave them good examples of how we in the community give back because the community has given us so much. We talk to them about protecting their brand, making sure that they're doing the right things on and off the field. Those are things that are important.
That's what branding is. I'm going to do the right thing.
Talking to these young men, putting all of this experience in one room and focusing on the importance of young people, which in our area is very important. It's our greatest commodity is our young people and our talent. So we have to invest in them so they come back and invest as productive citizens in the future.
And the whole social media deal, man, I really got to hit this home because for me, this thing personal. If you put it out on the social media platform, retweeting, stuff that I shouldn't be retweeting, I ain't said, I'm like, man, I ain't said that. My homeboy said I thought it was a funny joke, retweet. So, long story short, I go and interview for a staple job, business job. They tell me pretty much I have to just work 3 days in office, 2 or 3 days in office, other days I'm out in the field. I create my own schedule. I did the interview, killed the interview. Well, come to find out, they said, well, we're going to contact you for the second interview. And my friend who works there, he's been working there 10 years. Now, he put his name on the line to try to bring me into the company. And he says, Chris, I'm sitting here with the HR lady. He said, I'm sitting here with her, and she's telling me that they went through and looked at your Twitter and Facebook page, that they can't hire you. It ain't got nothing to do with you got a 4.0, that you got a degree in marketing and all that. You look good, you polished. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Your Twitter, your Facebook page is jacked up. They saying you're a party animal. So I was hurt, man, because the job was gonna pay me about $60,000 a year, you know, 60 grand. That's a nice little change, and so I didn't get the opportunity. So I was like, dang, disappointed.
When you're looking at what you post, be mindful, very mindful of what you post. I know how old you are. I know that you're not gonna go and put something like this on, this be your profile picture. I know that. But I'm asking you not to be on there with your shirt off, not to be on there with guns and, you know, weed and drugs and stuff like that, because that may be a stretch, but people are doing it.
That's the first thing you want to do. Grab your tie and face the mirror. It'll be easy if you got one per mirror. It'll be easy. Or if you want to stay in the same mirror, you can have your own mirror. It doesn't matter. However you want to do it. On side, your left hand.
You've done this a couple times.
Big hand, and because you're shorter. Now what you want to do is you want to take this, and you want to keep it pinched, and you want to put it through.
It's practice.
You got pretty big since you've been playing tennis.
I bet you. First time.
Coach is gonna
Actually, it's simple. I promise you. I'm brave.
If you gonna walk in somewhere, they gonna want to know.
Put the left hand.
Finish the seat, 'cause it look like it's gonna come out good.
Pinch it.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
See how
Yeah,
I pinch,
there you
pinch
go.
it with your left hand? Are you right-handed or left-handed?
My name is Mario Butler. I'm a freshman at the University of Mobile. I chose this school because it was truly where God led me to be. Despite other offers to other schools, I decided to go here because that's where I felt what Spirit was leading me to. It's been a good experience for me so far.
What college are you interested in? Why are you interested in that college? And then describe yourself in 3 words. So if you had $1 million.
Yeah.